Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I'd like to welcome you all back to Oxygen Not Included. Last episode, we were having a few issues with the sort of unbreathable hydrogen that we sort of have lingering around right here. It's just sort of all over the place. Trying to make it move up or move around. That would be ideal. I have put a gas... a tile here that will allow gases to pass through it, because I feel like it might filter some of it from down here, and also any of it that's in here right now. At the moment, we have maximum pressure, so we sort of need a little bit more room to move everything, and I think a good idea is to open this up a little bit so that the hydrogen has somewhere to go, even though we do have a lot of it lingering around, especially in here. Really bad right now. We need to move a lot of that. I don't know where it's coming from. I can't remember what we were doing to produce hydrogen. I'm not sure if this is producing some of it. Is this what was happening right now? Is it in details? I can't remember. Where do I find this thing? Game? Help me out here. What am I doing wrong with my life? I mean, well, actually, don't answer that. That's fine. Hydro fans, not what we need. Plumbing. It's in oxygen, isn't it? Yeah, what am I doing? It just creates electricity. There was something I was doing that was producing hydrogen, and my mind has sort of gone a little bit upside down because I don't recall what it was that was doing that. But anyway, we need to open this room up a bit. Well, we need to open this room up a bit, add a passable tile for gases, and then we should be able to sort of filter some of this out. We're also going to have to get rid of some of these pockets right here so it doesn't stick around. This area is just filled with good oxygen. We also don't have an amazing amount of algae left, so we do need to actually go into the slime area right here so that we can start taking some of that into the bio distillery. That would be great. What we might want to also do with that is create ourselves a storage area for slime. That would be quite ideal. We're probably going to make a few of these distilleries if, of course, we need to do that. I don't know if we really do, but it just sounds like an okay idea. There are plenty of objects that need to be swept up as well. Right. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. We have so many things that we need to do right now. So let's just go ahead. What the hell is this key? It's G, right? Okay. Still don't know the hotkeys as well as I probably should. We should also make ourselves this tile. We're going to put it right here just so it's in line with this passable tile. And at the same time, we're going to destroy these just so there's a nice little sort of funnel through to get up into this ladder where all the hydrogen can sort of just chill out in. We also want to open this up as well. So there's lots of mining to be done right now. So we're going to do that. We are going to... Let's open it up this way as well. Do we want to open it up like this? Well, we're going to make some ladders, I suppose. So once we get to a point where we can't reach it, then we'll just try again. I believe we can reach these tiles, so we really just need to prioritize them. There we are. Prioritize that as well. This. We will put this on an 8. So I would rather get all this done first. And then, of course, we have prioritization of this. I have worked out the power switch, by the way. What you need to do, or at least what I think you need to do, is you need to have it sort of not on the actual switch and then move it down, and that way it will disconnect everything. Right now I've got it set to on, but I can turn that off and that should be able to sort of disconnect the lot. I don't know if... I think the batteries do run out of power over time though, which is something I did forget about. So there we go. That's been disconnected. And it's... Did it run out of power over time? Doesn't look like it. Pretty sure they do. Or maybe these ones do because they're a tiny battery or something like that. Stored power available for us. Okay, then. It's all the same. I'm not just sure if... I mean, I guess they're all on the same level. It's surprising they're all exactly the same. But anyway, yeah. We go to power. Now we can see this has been disconnected, which means the power's not going to pass through it to get to any of the other systems. Another thing that someone mentioned, by the way, is that apparently... Well, not apparently, but having a power switch connected to all your lights is also a good idea, so that when they're not sleeping or something like that, or when they are sleeping... When they're not really going to be passing through those particular areas, you can just take it off and, you know, we can get ourselves an extra 20 watts right there if we really wanted to. At the same time, we also have all these 240 watts. It's sort of a little efficiency bonus. It's not amazing, but it's something that can be done to sort of, you know, be cool and hip with the kids. That kind of thing. If you want to be cool and hip with the kids, this is the channel to be. Let me tell you right now. We're going to move the power onto this pump, because we are eventually going to need that. Of course, we can just disable the building, which we will do that. Disable both of these buildings, because they are... I think that is draining power, even though it's not doing anything. So we will disable that building. If it wasn't disabled already, I could be mistaken there. The water here is slowly dissipating as well, which isn't ideal. I think this is water here. I can't tell. No. Yeah, we're going to have a hard time transferring water over. Or finding another area for it. Anyway, so we've got this done. We're going to hopefully have all the gas pass through here, come up here, and then, excuse me, go into this area. What we also want to do is build some tiles so that we can reach these zones. I'm pretty sure they can mine 4 blocks high, so we should be all right with that. Let's just prioritize those. Looks a bit weird, but that's okay. Do we need to collect anything here? Probably dig this up and dig... I don't know what I'm doing there. Harvest. Harvest doesn't work? Sweep. Dig? Okay. Dig does actually work. I guess that does make sense. Oh, yeah, we do have someone else waiting. Do we need someone else? Looking at this... Preferably not. I don't think we really have the oxygen right now. So we will not probably bother with that just yet. We can go for some new research if we feel like we need to, but I don't think we do, to be honest. And we can get an air scrubber which removes, well, filters carbon dioxide and removes it from the air, which is pretty fantastic. And then a gas filter, so siphs out type of gas out from a mixed composition, sending it into a separate pipe. We could do that as well. There are plenty of areas similar to this one right here where we could filter it out. Or at the bottom section right here where it all sort of ends up. There are a lot of filtration, sort of filtering options that are available to us. And I feel like it's probably just a good idea to get that sorted out. But you know what? Before we do that, organic algae is something that we just need. We need algae. And to get that, we need slime, so that we can create it in this biodistiller, which will output us a certain amount of algae, of which I am not aware of. Where would this be? I have a lot of problems with just sort of making my way around this menu, because I don't really know where some things should be going. We also have a lot of fertilizer as well. Here we go, biodistillery. So if we click on that, it will produce 100 grams per second of algae per 300 grams. Did I say 1? I mean 100 grams of algae per 300 grams of slime per second. It also requires 120 watts of power, and it also needs a liquid pipe. Okay, then. Oh, wait, no, it requires a liquid output pipe. So it requires a pipe to output water or something like that? That's interesting. And in that effect, it will produce contaminated water. It will give us a little bit of heat as well, and decor's not great, but it's not in an area we care too much about. That's quite interesting, really. We can hook it up to the contaminated water pipe that we have over here. That will be able to help us out quite well. If we go over to our plumbing, just grab a pipe. Yeah, we can hook it up to this pipe, so we can probably make our way along all the way up here, connect it up to what we have there, and then we could also use this pipe for future distilleries once we sort of clear this place out. We're sort of in a rush, really, so I don't really want to waste my time cleaning the place up at the moment. How is our stress doing? Otto could probably do with a little bit of a back massage, and Fran can also do with one. So we'll just sort of get them on there when they choose to. We got Otto right there, just sort of chewing on like 2 potatoes once again, never really eating them. More like just sucking potatoes. That's pretty much what they're doing. God, that looks really weird. That looks like a bug. It's really odd. Just the way the graphic has created itself. You know what? I completely forgot they can jump up those 2 tiles, regardless of whether or not there's one there. I keep thinking they have physics. They don't. Alright, there we go. So that should hopefully get rid of some of the particulates that are lingering around. Or I suppose they're not particulates, but anyway, yeah. We also might want to make some more space for the carbon dioxide, although having ourselves the advanced filtration might also be a good idea. So you know what, we're going to get that so that we can eventually get rid of all this carbon dioxide. Also, this contaminated water here needs to be pumped out. Why do we have a lot of contaminated water down there? Is it just the moisture again, sort of? It is running low, that carbon dioxide, so it looks cool. Someone did mention that apparently a lot of the random contaminated water that we see are people getting sick due to stress or something like that. Otto is also getting slightly more stressed, oddly enough. I don't know why. Interrupted sleep. Oh, right, I see. There's lots of hydrogen around here as well. We need to cut this bit up so that we can move some more of it up. That would be great. We should be able to get there. If we just prioritize that, that would be ideal. Around it, I mean, it's just because it's all blocked off, it should hopefully move up now. We're just trying to get rid of it as much as possible. Trying to make filtration a little bit more of a thing, really. Having ourselves another one of those passes right here would also be quite ideal. Does this allow liquid to pass through it? Liquid without obstructing the flow of gas. All right, okay, no, it's fine. Quite the opposite, really, isn't it? Also, making ourselves a new type of food in the future would be ideal, but I did say let's work on this algae situation, which unfortunately has run dry once again. We can pick up some of the algae that we have around here, including these bits. You know what, we're going to go ahead and do that. Grab those bits as well, just because it's copper. And we will prioritize all those pickups. And that should hopefully keep us going until we can make some slime. Hopefully. I very much hope. Otherwise, we're going to be in a little bit of a rough spot. I don't know how much these produce. Information. You know, I really wish it would give me more info than this. Maybe I'm just not looking properly. Alright, this gives you the power for everything on site. Is there a total? Power consumption. Alright, I see. So power produced, 800 watts. Power consumed, 395. Okay. Completely missed this circuit overview screen. Potential power consumed, 1.4 kilowatts. Okay, that's the potential power. So a lot of things that we're not using right now that are disabled. I'm assuming if we were to enable all of them, we would, well, be draining 1.4 kilowatts, which is not... It's not ideal. But you know what? It's also not that much power, I suppose, so it should be alright. And then power stores, 5.5 kilojoules. Okay. Interesting. And then these are just sort of details. So, mass... Don't know if that really matters so much. I mean, we do have sand that falls down. Maybe that's falling down because it's heavy or just because it's sand. It's just weird. It's like Minecraft. It's the only thing that really moves down. Oh, and gravel, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Right, let's also make sure that we have... We want to only store organic items, particularly... Oh, no, it's not really staying there, is it? Maybe it's because we don't have the item yet. Soil... What do you use clay for? Raw materials? Where would this be? Consumable ore. Coal, oxylite. Okay. We could use some coal as well so we can make some more power. Okay, we'll just put anything organic in there for now. We do need an extra sort of storage space, really. We'll probably make this into another storage room eventually once we probably get rid of this electrolyzer. It's not great. Alright, so another way for gases to pass through. We probably will make ourselves a particular ventilation system for this area. Probably with the gas filter or something. Just to pump some of the gas out and just put it into an area a little bit more viable for us. So we've got a lot of carbon dioxide lingering around to the sort of base of this room here as well, which isn't ideal. Gonna drink some tea. Look at this, though. It's starting to clear up a bit more, though we do have a little bit of sort of hydrogen sort of lingering around. It does move around quite a substantial amount. Also, I feel like this area is going to explode because the pressure is going to overload a little bit. Slightly worrying. Not going to lie. Very, very much worrying right there. Otto still very much stressed out. He's got dirty hands. We don't have a hand sanitizer yet, do we? Is that medicine? Yeah, hand sanitizer. Unfortunately, we don't have... bleach stone has not yet been discovered. Oh, of course. Which can be found down here, I believe. Yeah, bleach stone. Need to make our way down there. We're pretty much aiming to do that anyway, because we do wish to sort of mine down here to make more space for carbon dioxide just to sit in, so that we can have ourselves a sort of little carbon dioxide contamination area. At the same time, we can fill pumps and filters all over the place to get rid of it all, to make ourselves, well, make it a more habitable area. Oh, that makes me really excited. Oh, what we could just have a room of oxygen generation, and then we can pump that around everywhere else. Oh, I'm getting giddy. I'm getting giddy. Right, that sounds very fun. Right, let's make ourselves the... I think we've done a lot of filtration work. We need to start making our way over here. So if we mine just this bit up, let's get to around about there. Let's prioritize the mining as well. What we want to do is make ourselves a little area here where it's basically an airlock. So we want sort of a double airlock, one right there, and this will be a manual airlock there and there. We'll probably end up having this top space as the tiles right here, just to make it sort of add up a little bit more. Might also want to turn this into a tile. It's looking a little bit messy, but it's not really a priority at the moment, so we're going to make it one. I don't know why I'm doing it in this way. It just seems a bit easier. We also want to prioritize that tile. Yeah, a lot less stress now. Fantastic to see. So how much algae do we have? We have quite a lot, funny enough. Okay. We might want to make ourselves a tile for up here as well. Just trying to learn these hotkeys. There we go. Let's prioritize that so we can get those last 3 bits. It's probably about 300 right there. Oh, no. That's a lot more than that. Okay. Nearly 150 each. Average, I would say. All right, there we are. So what we need this for is so that we can block out any of the contaminated oxygen that may be generated from mining the slime. I don't know what gets produced when you mine the slime. That's the thing. So I want to make sure there's an airlock, and at the same time, we're going to make sure that there is some sort of filtration system so that we can sort of get rid of those terrible fumes that will be produced. I'm just trying to find where the hell... Is that in plumbing? It's a long list, so I don't know. Gas pump, pipe, ventilation system... Where would it be? Refinement? I'm trying to find the... Where the hell is it? Did they remove it from the game? I like how that's my... I'm just going on overboard there. Just they must have removed it from the game. No, here we go. Air deodorizer. So, reduces the threat of disease by filtering contaminated oxygen out of the air. Does this need to be connected to something? Is that how this works? It just filters it out of the air. So, it requires contaminated oxygen filtration medium. I don't know what that really means. It affects clay and oxygen. Filtration medium. Is that something to do with air pressure? Well, we're going to put one in here so that we can filter out anything that is, whether that somehow makes its way through the airlock. That would be a great idea. Before we start our expedition, once again, don't know if you really need to do it. It just seems like a cool thing to do. Water is running out right here, and our contaminated water is starting to rise ever so slightly. We might want to pump this out. You know what? This is all contaminated water as well. Let's block this off. Oh. Because I don't want it to contaminate the rest of this water that we have right here. This is still useful water. Having ourselves a pipe as well set up. Bloody hell. There we go. Having a pipe set up for the outlet would be ideal. So we're going to move that and have it probably just sort of go around here. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Go up like this, and then up like that. And then we'll just sort of... It's quite a long pipe. I'm sort of worried that we're going to have... We do it like this, yeah. That way it won't destroy the terrain. I don't like the idea of it passing through water like this. I feel like, once again, it's going to contaminate it because the pipe might leak or something like that. I don't know if that's really the case. I can't imagine it is. But it might be. But it might be the case. Right, you know what? Let's deconstruct this liquid pipe right here. And instead, what we can do is... Okay, it's an odd one. Definitely an odd one. Because we can make this into one big tank at some point and just have it be where all the water goes. We're going to need that to be the case anyway. But it's pumping water out from these areas and bring it into here. That's what we're going to really need to do. Hello, Merv. What do you want? So I suppose sort of preparing for the future. Let's just say this is going to be the big tank. And we can just sort of mine these areas out. Preparing for the future. Ah, parrot. What do you want? Oh, no, that's gas. There we go, liquid pipes. Yeah, go on my shoulder. There we go. He's mucking around. I still don't know if having our filtration system all the way at the top right here is ideal. We might want to just have it at the bottom. I don't know. We've already done it now. It's too late. Also, we do need to get the tiles constructed here. I can't remember why I disabled them. I think it was something to do with the piping. Alright, so we've got this sorted out. We do have a little bit of contaminated... Oh, I think it's the food, yeah. I think it's just producing crap, yeah. We still need to get that sorted out so we can make some fried mush bars. Maybe having that extra person will help out. Oh, did we complete a research? Oh, no. Okay, we're still quite far away from doing that. Oh, yeah, I should probably prioritize this. Otherwise, they just do everything else. Right, yeah, getting this constructed. Oh, right, I see. I never noticed they just sort of throw all the materials in at once. How's our algae doing? Okay, got quite a lot of it.